Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Emily, and the reason I wanted to create this channel is because I'm very new to makeup and all things beauty, and I know there's a lot of you out there like that. During this coronavirus and during this quarantine, all I've been doing is watching nonstop YouTube, and I got really interested in watching beauty influencers, professional makeup artists, and it made me really just want to learn how to do that myself. And so I want you to know that you are not alone if you're a little bit nervous about trying out new makeup techniques. And so I want you to come along this journey with me and laugh, cry. I know it's going to be some failures, some successes. And so let's do this.
Do it!
So after the video, I am going to do a giveaway to celebrate my first YouTube video. So stay tuned at the end to see what the giveaway is going to be and how to enter. And if you enjoy this video, please subscribe and follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I will link those down below. Okay, so today what I want to do is try and do a very basic makeup technique. And when I was trying to think of ideas on what to do for the first video, I thought, what's one of the things that I've always wanted to be able to do and never could perfect it? And that is doing a perfect smoky eye. And so I went on YouTube and I found a bunch of great tutorials, and I thought, why not do one tutorial on one eye and one tutorial on the other eye, and just kind of make a trend of doing this for all sorts of beauty techniques. The two we're going to use today is one by Jaclyn Hill and one by Ann Nook. And I'm hoping I'm saying her name right. So the Jaclyn Hill video is called How to Easy Smoky Cat Eye. And then Ann Nook's video is called Classic Black Smoky Eye Tutorial. And I will link both of those videos down below. We're going to start with Jaclyn's tutorial, and that's going to be on this eye. And then on the other eye will be the Ann Nook tutorial.
Brushes and one eyeshadow palette. It is so easy, and the technique itself is super easy. If you follow along, like, I swear you can do this.
We'll see about that.
For today's look, I'm just going to be using the matte browns and the matte black. Then the two brushes that I'm going to mainly be using on my lid are my Ride or Dies recently, the Morphe M433. If you have the MAC 217, it's like basically the same thing. And then this one right here is the Morphe 506. That is a zoom. Like, that is a zoom. You can see my smile lines. Hey.
Okay, so I'm gonna bring y'all in a little bit closer too, so you can see what I'm actually doing. Okay. So I will say I haven't done either of these tutorials before, but I did skim through them before this to make sure that I had similar makeup products and similar brushes. So instead of the Morphe palette that Jaclyn's using, I'm gonna be using the Norvina Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, and it's got some browns in it that I'm going to be using, as well as the Maybelline 24 karat nude palette, and we're just going to be using this black eyeshadow. And then as far as the brushes, I do have something similar to the 433, I think she said. It's called the M456. I think it's just a smaller brush. And then for the other brushes, I'm going to try and use this one, and I may be using this one a little bit too because I'm worried this one's a little bit too small. But most of my brushes like that you see behind me are BH Cosmetic brushes, and so I obviously didn't want to go spend a ton of money getting the exact brushes that they're using in these videos. Okay, and so let's see what the first step is.
I'm gonna start off with the M433 by Morphe. This is the Fluffy Natural Hair. So this is going to apply whatever product you pick up in a much more sheer wash effect. If you go in with a synthetic hair, which looks like this, which will be black typically, that's gonna apply more generous amount of product. So that's why we're gonna start off with a...
That's a good tip. I did not know that about natural hair. When she said that she used this brush, I wanted to go get it because I don't have anything similar to this shape. But I did not know that a natural hair brush will do it more sheer, so that's definitely a good tip.
I'm gonna pick up, I know this is crazy, but I usually pick up all three of these shades, so it doesn't really matter, just pick one, pick the other one. So I'm just gonna take that, I'm gonna initially place my brush right on the outer corner of the eye right here, and I'm going to just begin to put that in the crease area. For this look, we're gonna kind of create like a cat eye essentially. So I don't want to put a ton of product on the inner corner of the eye. I want to leave that pretty nude and blank.
Okay, so I just want to tell you guys what color I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using the shade called Incense from the Norvina palette. And I'll probably dip into volatile as well. So let's see. She said put that. Oh my god. These, I will say, these eyeshadows have like a ton of fallout. It's crazy.
I'm not starting as high as normal. Here my crease, and I start with like a longer hair brush. Not today. I'm gonna keep it nice and low because I don't want this eye look to go up too high, like towards the brow. I want to keep it kind of down here a little bit. Okay,
so she said she's putting this brown in the crease, and then she brought it a little bit this way. I'm sorry if I'm making ridiculous faces also. I noticed that sometimes I make like faces like that, and I apologize. I know that's probably not the most flattering.
That looks fine, I guess.
CMA no color translucent powder, even though I keep it in a Sephora package. And then I'm going to pick up this brush. You guys, I cannot live without this brush. And it's again from Morphe, and it's the E47. It looks like this. Oh my gosh. What I do is I take this, I stamp it into my translucent powder. Any translucent powder will do. Tap off the excess, and what I'm gonna do is I'm going to create the shape that I want to have on my eyeshadow. I'm gonna start right here at the corner, and I'm gonna just stamp it right back like that.
Okay, so then she said take E47. I did go buy this one because it is a very like interesting brush, and if this technique works, like it'll be a pretty good purchase. So I'm gonna use the Tarte Shape Tape setting powder. Oh my gosh, she's dusty. Okay, and then she said stamp it to get the shape you want. So she makes it look really easy. So let's see if it is. Okay. Tell me what's next, Jacqueline.
Alright, so I'm going to pick up on that small precision brush now. So I'm just going to take this and begin to create like that dark brown smokiness. And I want to keep this like low down at the lash line and then slowly bringing it upward. I'm actually going to take some translucent powder really quick on a beauty blender, and I'm just going to put this underneath here just in case I get really messy with my eyeshadow and have like a ton of fallout. I can just sweep it away in one quick swoop and it will be totally gone.
My beauty blender. My beauty blender.
Baking, for me, leaves like really weird texture underneath my eyes. I feel like my skin underneath my eyes is like so dark, and I feel like it just looks worse when I bake. So this might be a terrible idea, but we're gonna listen to her. And then she took her precision brush and went into the darker brown and went to the bottom lash line.
And I'm gonna just slowly kind of flick it out towards that translucent powder that I have there. I'm just working in nice and slow motions. You can see I'm just slightly creating a little line. Nothing intense or scary.
Really just to try and get it to look somewhat a similar shape as hers. And then she said, take the other brush, here it is. Just go over it, blend everything out.
A little bit more of that original color that I went in with in the lower crease, and I'm just going to use that to go right over top of the situation. Again, I'm gonna grab this brush, go over the entire thing to blend it out. As you can see, I'm leaving this inner corner like literally blank. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with the black right here. Just this matte black at the very bottom. Is that in focus? There we go. That matte black right there on the exact same.
I'm so scared of black.
That you've been working with the entire time.
I never use black eyeshadow. Like, I had to go buy black eyeshadow.
Only. I am not going to bring this in really far. I'm not gonna bring it up too high. I'm gonna keep this nice and low.
This is when I'm moving into the Maybelline palette, the 24 karat nudes. I'm going to use the black out of this palette. And she said to take the smaller brush and keep it really low to your lash line in the outer corner. Oh yeah, it is black.
Translucent powder. Goodbye. Now you can see after I wiped away that translucent powder on my lower lash line, do you see how I have some darkness down there? That is because when I originally went in with this brush, I didn't put it on the actual lower lash line like I was saying earlier. I put it right underneath and then stamped it up because now I have this like natural connect that happens right there between the lower and the upper. I'm just gonna go in and just define that even more.
I mean, the translucent powder kind of helped. I think I messed up and didn't like put enough on or something because you can see there's a little bit of, it's just not as straight as Jacqueline's.
And I'm going to grab any of these products, any of these shadows right here in the center, and I'm going to begin to blend those out on the lower lash line. So I'm gonna start on the outer corner because that's where I want the most emphasis to be on the lower lash line. And I'm going to just connect the lower lash line to the upper. And then whatever is left on the brush, I'll just kind of lightly bring it into the inner corner, but not too much because I want that inner corner of the eye to be pretty blank. This is their gel liner in the shade Slate. It's just their black one. It's very, very black and very, very creamy. So I'm just gonna take that on a small liner brush and I'm going to apply it on my inner waterline.
Okay, so now she's gonna take a small eyeliner brush and also some eyeliner gel. Where did I put? Oh, so I'm using the Maybelline Lasting Drama gel, and it's obviously in black. Is that the name? Black is black, so yeah. And I've never put gel liner on, especially not on the waterline. I've always used a pencil liner on the waterline, and then I usually use a liquid liner on the top, so this is definitely gonna be interesting. I don't even know like what it, cause like, does it go like that? I don't know.
So now I'm taking that same brush with the liner left over on it, and I'm going to just kind of on the outer corner of the lower lash line only, I'm gonna kind of smudge it down just a little bit, just kind of like pressing it down into that lash line because I want it to be like way darker and blacker on the outer part of the eye. I'm gonna grab just like a definer brush like this. It's the Morphe 432. Oh my God, it's like I don't have any other brand. Here, I'm gonna just go in with a little bit more of that black, and I am going to just only on the outer portion of the eye. I am not gonna drag it in far to the center of my eye. I'm just keeping it right there on the outer portion.
I'm gonna just use this tiny little angled brush. And she said go back in with the black powder and do the outer corner.
On the upper lash line as well, just right here on the outer edge. I'm just gonna take that brush and just really get that outer corner.
Okay, and then she said do the same for the upper inner corner.
The L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara. Oh my gosh, I almost just stabbed myself in the eye. And I'm gonna do just one thin coat. I am going to be applying false lashes. It is not necessary for this look.
I'm going to be using the Smashbox Full Exposure Mascara, and it's in jet black. And I do not have fake lashes because I've never like put them on myself. When I do go get my makeup done, like at MAC or Sephora or something, I do end up buying a pair of lashes and I make them put them on for me. But I always lose them, and I don't think today is the day to try and put on my own lashes. One thing about my eyelashes that have always irritated me is they tend to grow straight outwards instead of curling upwards. And so for this look, I'm definitely going to have to curl my lashes. And the problem with curling them is even when I curl them, they like fall out of that curl that I just curled like in half an hour, which is so annoying. Okay, so this is the Jaclyn Hill Smokey Eye. What do you guys think? Okay, so I definitely liked her tips that she gave, and she was right. I mean, it was really pretty simple. So now let's move on to the Ann Nook tutorial. Okay, so Ann Nook's tutorial has over 5 million views. It's a totally different look than Jaclyn's, and I'm a little bit nervous about this one because this one looks like it has a lot of black in it, but it was one of the reasons I chose it. I didn't want to choose a similar look. Okay, so let's get started.
And as you might have seen, I'm not wearing foundation, and this is because I'm going to have a lot of fallout with this eyeshadow look.
Okay, so she said that there's going to be a lot of fallout, so I'm actually going to take a tip from Jaclyn's last video and put setting powder under my eye so I don't have a ton of eyeshadow all over my face when this is done with.
That would not be a good look.
So I'm going first in with this The Balm eye palette, and it's called the Trimony eye palette. And I'm going to use that super light shade, and I'm going to use that one to set my crease.
Okay, so first she uses a really light shade to set her crease. I'm going to use this shade in the Maybelline 24 Karat Nude. I'm going to use this flatter brush because she didn't say which brush she was using, but this looks pretty similar to the one in the video.
With that same palette, and I'm going to use this middle brown shade, and I'm going to blend this all over in my crease. It's going to be my transition shade, and what that means is that this is the first shade that I'm going to apply in my crease, and it will help to blend all the other eyeshadows that I'm going to apply afterwards.
So I'm going to go in with the Incense from the Anastasia Norvina palette again. I use the same color on the other eye. And she puts it just all around the crease.
And I'm going to use a different palette by The Balm. This is the Meet Matte eye palette, and I'm going to use this pretty brown shade. And I'm just going to blend this in the crease as well, but I picked up a smaller blending brush so I can work a little bit more precise. And what I'm doing is basically making sort of round motions all over my crease, so that the shade goes all the way from the inner corner to the outer corner. So now I'm going back in with that middle brown shade from the Trimony eye palette. And I'm going to blend this in my crease just to make sure that there are no harsh lines. When you create a smoky eye, it's important to go back in with lighter shades around the edges to really make sure that it looks super nice and blended.
Is it just me, or did these colors just look like one color?
So now I'm going in with this reddish shade from the Trimony eye palette. And I'm going to take a Morphe M506 brush. and I'm going to sort of press and blend this in my crease.
For the reddish shade, I'm going to be using the Passion color for the Norvina palette.
I just want this to be all over in my crease, and you don't really have to worry when you recreate this that the reddish eyeshadow is also going more towards the eyelid, because I will go in with black eyeshadow later on, so just don't worry. With this Sigma Wicked Gel Eyeliner. This is just a basic black gel eyeliner. You can use any brand that you have. And I'm going to apply this all over the eyelid as a base for my black eyeshadow, so it's going to be super intense black.
Now she goes in with black gel eyeliner on her lid, and I'm really nervous about how this is going to look, because I feel like if you just do it a little bit overboard, there's no turning back. See, like, why is mine already up here? Like, I placed it here, and it just does not look as good as hers.
So now I'm going in with the Trimini eye palette, and I'm going to use the black eyeshadow, and I'm going to apply this straight on top of the black gel eyeliner.
Okay, so then she goes in with some black matte eyeshadow and just goes right over the gel. Thank God, because my gel was looking very patchy and very just not blended and not good, and I don't even know if this can save it. But we are here to try today.
Going in with the Balm Trimini eye palette again, and I'm using that reddish shade, and I'm going in with my flat blending brush by Sigma, and I'm just going to blend this around the edges. And since I have already blended this in my crease before, it will not be super hard to work with this shade, because that shade is already in my crease. So now I'm going in with this black eye pencil from Marc Jacobs, and I'm going to apply this in the waterline, and I'm also going to tight line above my lash line to make it extra smoky. And
okay, so then she takes a black pencil, a black eyeliner pencil, and does the top and the waterline on the bottom. And I'm going to be using the Bare Minerals Round the Clock Midnight Eyeliner, and I can't even tell you how long I've had this. Probably should be in the trash, but we work with what we have. How does she like get in? Oh jeez. In. Oh jeez. I don't know how she gets in between your lashes. That just hurts, and I can't even get to the skin right there. Okay, well that's just not good.
Here's the black eyeshadow from this palette, and I'm going to press this right underneath my lower lash line and also slightly on top of my lash lines.
Okay, so now she takes the black eyeshadow again on a really tiny brush and goes underneath her lash line, and she goes all the way to the very corner. That is intense looking. I don't even use black eyeliners usually. I usually use like a dark brown, because I feel like my eyes are really tiny, and I feel like when I use black, especially a lot of black like this, it just makes my eyes look even smaller. Let me know if you guys agree or if you guys have that problem.
Back in with that brown shade, which I have also used for in my crease, and I'm just going to blend this softly underneath the black eyeshadow to make everything look well blended out.
Okay, now she goes back to the brown. I'm I'm gonna go back and mix the lighter brown and the darker brown from the Norvina palette and just lightly smudge it out underneath. Okay, so then she goes in with mascara, and she also puts on fake lashes at the end. And once again, I'm not doing that.
Definitely, I would ruin the whole makeup look if I put lashes on it.
Once again, I'm going in with the Smashbox Full Exposure mascara. This is my favorite mascara, mainly because it doesn't get as clumpy as some of the others that I've used, and it's pretty affordable. So I'm going to curl these really quick. Do you remember when I said that when I curl my lashes they just fall in like 30 minutes? So I just curled this side, and look what has happened to this side. They're like completely straight, just like they were before. So I'm going to curl this side really quick too, so we can get the full effect of both looks. What I used to do when I was younger would be I would turn on my hair dryer and I would hold the hair dryer and get this really hot so that it was almost like flat ironing or crimping my lashes, and it would stay longer that way. But I just felt like it was probably just damaging my eyelashes so bad, and I already have bad eyelashes to begin with, so I don't do that anymore. So final thoughts on both. I actually really like both looks. I'm looking at them and I'm actually pretty impressed with myself. Like, they didn't turn out, I thought they were going to turn out so bad that I would not even be able to post this, so pretty good on that front. They were super easy to follow and they gave great tips along the way. As far as the one I would wear, I'd probably wear Jacqueline's because it's more just neutral, and I feel like I could actually go pretty much anywhere with this Smokey Eye. For Anne's, I actually think it looks good. I was really worried about all the black, especially underneath the eye. I'm not used to wearing black eyeliner or anything like that. So this is actually not as bad as I was thinking, but I might wear it for a night out. But yeah, they were both super easy to follow, and I can see why they have so many millions of views, and I'm pretty impressed with both looks. So which one do you guys like better? Do you like the Jacqueline one? Or do you like the Anne Nook one? Let me know in the comments down below. So now for giveaway time. So drum roll please. Okay, so for the giveaway today for my first ever YouTube video, I'm gonna give away a $25 Ulta gift card, and I have become obsessed with Ulta. Their online website is super easy to use, and they have stores everywhere, and they have super affordable products as well as a little bit higher end products, and it's just such a great selection of makeup products, and it's become my new obsession. So how do you enter the giveaway? So first you need to be subscribed to my YouTube channel, as well as following my Twitter account. The link to my Twitter is down below. And then also all you need to do is leave a comment down below. And so you can either say which look you like best, you can say hello, and then also I would love some ideas for other tutorials to do. And I really want to try doing one tutorial on one side and one on the other. So if there are any tutorials that maybe you haven't tried but you've seen online, you can definitely comment that down below. And I'll probably check back in a week or so, and I'll announce the winner in the comments as well as on Twitter. And then if you've left a comment and you don't know if a winner has been selected, I'm just going to update the description. So in the description below, if you're watching right now, you'll see that it'll say giveaway not claimed. And once I announce the winner, I'm going to change the description to giveaway claimed. That way you know if I've given away the $25 Ulta gift card. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope maybe you learned a thing or two. And I hope you go out there and try your own makeup looks. Tune in next time for my next video. Okay, bye guys.